What's up guys, and welcome back to my channel. So we're back again with another fashion video, and today's video is one that you guys actually voted for over on my Instagram stories. I had 3 different options and this video was the top voted video. So I had to go with what you guys wanted, and I'm actually really excited for this video as well because I've already been thinking about a lot of the trends and predictions for streetwear for this year. So I already had a bit of a list going and I really sat down and dove into that list to build out what I believe will be the top streetwear trends of 2023. So when it comes to finding inspiration for the year and where I find a lot of these trends, I'm looking on Pinterest, I'm reading articles, I'm watching out for fashion creators and what they're posting, and I kind of get a sense of what's going to be big this year in terms of fashion trends and specifically streetwear trends. There are a lot of really cool trends that are popping up this year. A lot I've already started to play around with, but some new ones as well that I am excited to style this year. So I'm going to walk through each trend, talk a little bit about it, how I would style it, and if I actually feel like I would even wear it as well. Because sometimes trends come around and I don't always feel like they fit into my style, which is totally cool. And you don't always have to hop on these trends. They're really just going to be things that I'm sure we'll be seeing a lot this year. All right guys, so let's get into it. So I just have my phone here and I have a whole list of the trends that I've been spotting, and I'm going to have some inspo photos popping up as I explain the trend so that you guys can really see a visual of what I'm talking about. Okay, so the first trend that I am already predicting for this year in streetwear is silver. And I feel like in the past everything was always gold when it came to jewelry and accessories. I personally was always wearing gold because I feel like that was the trend, but what I'm seeing now is a ton of silver, and specifically metallic silver when it comes to accessories. So I'll have some pictures here to explain what I mean, but even recently with some of the bags that I have been buying, they all have silver details around it, like the diesel bag that I picked up, or even the Balenciaga Le Cagole bag. Both of those have silver hardware on it, and when I was wearing those, a lot of the times I wanted to wear silver jewelry, but all of my collection is gold because in the past gold was just the trend. But from what I'm seeing, even with the designers and things that I'm seeing on the runway and just trends in general, it's all about silver this year. And I'm really excited because I feel like that means that I can expand some of the pieces that I have in my wardrobe. All right guys, moving into the next trend, and that is belts. For a while, I feel like no one was really wearing belts. I mean, when I say no one, I'm just talking more about these kind of trends. But I swear I was wearing belts like, again, 4 or 5 years ago, and then I wasn't seeing a lot of people wearing belts, and now I'm seeing belts come back in. I spotted this with the diesel belt that a lot of girls are wearing right now, and like really big buckle belts. I feel like it's a really cool look. I personally am curious to see how I will style a belt, because I feel like it would look really cool with like oversized denim, but I'm going to have to see with this trend because I just can't picture myself wearing these big buckle belts. But never say never, I might just have to hop on this trend if I find the right belt. But it's definitely a statement piece. I feel like it's not just a simple belt. The belts I'm seeing are very much kind of out there and kind of big, and definitely a statement when you wear it. But I feel like we are going to be seeing a ton of really big chunky belts this year. All right guys, moving into the third trend that I'm predicting in streetwear, and that is Adidas. I know that's like a brand and maybe not so much a trend, but in the past I feel like in streetwear it's been all about Nike wearing Jordans and Dunks, but I have been seeing so many people wearing the Adidas Sambas specifically. You guys know I love my Samba Rose sneakers, but I have been seeing Adidas really taking a huge leap from recent years. I feel like no one was really wearing Adidas sneakers. It was all Nike, and now I'm definitely seeing the shift to the Adidas. There's even a new sneaker that has been really popping up. I'm going to try to find it. I think it's like the Gazelle sneaker, and it's a pink, bright pink color, and I've been seeing a lot of girls wearing these sneakers, and I feel like these are going to be like the sneaker of the year or something. I personally don't know how I would style a pink sneaker in my current wardrobe and with the palette of colors that I wear, but they're really cool, and I do feel like a lot of people who are wearing these, I'm always loving their outfits. I just don't know about that one for me. I'm really excited for Adidas to be a trend this year because I feel like it gets repetitive with wearing Nikes all the time. So I've been excited to wear my Samba Rose sneakers because it's a totally different look than the Nikes. I'm telling you guys, we'll be seeing a lot of Adidas sneakers this year. All right, moving into the next trend that I am predicting, and that is long maxi skirts. And I'm sure you guys have been seeing these all over TikTok and Instagram, but it is going to be a huge trend this year, specifically with long denim skirts with like a slit up the middle. I feel like I've been seeing so many girls wearing these. I personally don't have one in my wardrobe. I have been skeptical a little bit about how it would look on me, but I have been wanting to try it out. I feel like it could be really cool with a pair of Samba sneakers and a little cropped kind of tank and like a big jacket or something. I feel like I have a little bit of a vision for wearing a long denim skirt, but it is a huge trend for this year. I feel like everyone is going to be wearing these maxi skirts. I recently saw an influencer wearing a maxi faux leather skirt, and I thought that was so cool. Such an interesting way to take that trend and make it a little bit more streetwear vibes. I will try to find the picture of her wearing it here because I loved her look, and when I saw that I was like, okay, I feel like I could get on this trend because of the fact that it is a faux leather. But overall, I do think it's really interesting to see the long skirts coming in because I feel like last year it was all about the super mini skirts. Stay tuned to see if I try to style this trend. Okay, the next trend may not come as a surprise to you guys, but it is definitely just increasing more and more over the past year and into this new year, and that is cargo pants. So last year everyone was wearing cargo pants and it hasn't slowed down. Everyone is still wearing cargo pants, and it's kind of like the go-to pant to wear these days. If brands didn't have cargo pants at their store or in their collection, this year they definitely will, and I feel like they're going to be even more accessible to find online this year. I feel like last year it was still even a little bit hard to find the right pair of cargo pants. I remember I posted a Costco find of these cargo pants that I had found, and at the time, like, they genuinely were hard to find. I swear this was like last spring or something. So I feel like this year you won't have a problem trying to find a good fit of a pair of cargo pants. I think they're going to be way more accessible. And moving into a trend off of that trend, I specifically think that denim cargo pants are going to be huge. I know I've mentioned this in the last video that I styled them in my cargo pants video. I love a denim cargo pant and I feel like they're gonna be huge this year. I recently saw Kim Kardashian wearing a pair in a TikTok video, and when I saw that, it almost like 100% confirmed that this will be a huge trend for this year. Denim has been huge, wearing denim on denim. So to take denim and cargo pants and put it into one, I feel like people are just going to love this trend this year, and it's so wearable, which is what I'm really excited for. Even if you're not fully in the streetwear kind of vibe, I feel like anyone can style a pair of denim cargos and make it your own. Okay, the next trend that I'm spotting is army pants, and I also mentioned this in previous videos, but I swear army pants are going to be seen a lot this year. I even feel like moving into the spring and summer, we're going to see a lot more army skirts. But Kylie Jenner also wore these army pants to Aspen recently, and I recreated this look over on TikTok actually, but it is such a cool look. I love a pair of army pants. I know I've talked a lot about this in previous videos, so it may not be a shock to you that this will be a trend for this year, but as you guys already know, I love this trend and I love a statement pant like this, especially when they're a cargo pant. The next trend that I'm spotting for this year is Moto Jackets. And I have always loved Moto Jackets, even maybe when they weren't as mainstream. But this year, I'm telling you guys, you will be seeing anyone and everyone wearing a Moto Jacket, specifically in faux leather Moto Jackets. I actually saw Drake wearing one, and now it's like a huge streetwear conversation. Like, are these going to be a huge trend for this year? I think they will be. Even wearing cropped Moto Jackets, anything with the race car vibe, I think is going to take over the masses this year in streetwear. I have a lot of Moto Jackets from thrifting and vintage finds over the past few years. So whenever you find one, definitely hang on to it because I feel like it's a trend that never leaves. In previous years, they were really hard to find at stores. You could really only find them vintage or select streetwear stores that actually carried them, and they would be really expensive. But for this year, I feel like you won't have trouble finding a Moto Jacket at one of your favorite stores. I think that they're just going to be everywhere. The next trend is really interesting, and I'm personally really excited for this, and that is soccer core. And what I mean by that, I feel like a lot of people are going to be wearing a lot of soccer jerseys, even playing into the whole Adidas Samba trend. Those are soccer sneakers. I used to wear those when I was playing indoor soccer. So this whole idea of like soccer core is going to be a huge thing. I've already been seeing a lot of celebrities wearing soccer jerseys, even the tall socks, and this whole vibe around soccer is just gonna be huge. In recent years, I feel like everyone was wearing baseball jerseys and basketball jerseys in terms of streetwear, but I think soccer is going to just be taking over this whole sports meets streetwear trend this year. Obviously, it's like one of the most popular sports in the world, but it hasn't really had this moment in fashion. So I think this is going to be really, really cool to see how people bring soccer vibes into their streetwear outfits. I'm also predicting that we're going to be seeing a lot more earthy and neutral tones in streetwear. I feel like in recent years, everything has been really loud, playing on colors like bright oranges, blues, even green last year. That was a huge trend. I would color match a lot of royal blue and green into my outfit, so matching my sneakers with like the shirt and hat, and it was really bright. But this year, I think we're gonna be seeing a lot more neutral tones, which again, I think is really interesting to see when trends flip from an extreme to the next. But I'm excited for things to be a little bit more muted and neutral because I feel like you can play around with that a lot more. And it's this whole idea of minimalism and finding pieces that you can actually wear again and over and mix and match as a capsule wardrobe. I feel like it's going to be very much the conversation of this year. Okay, another huge trend that I'm spotting for this year is fleece sweaters or jackets with prints on them. And I've been seeing a lot of people wearing jackets like this. I need to get one myself. I feel like Urban Outfitters would have something like this, but I'm seeing it a lot in streetwear, layering it with cargo pants and some sneakers, but specifically fleece jackets with some kind of like design or print on it. I feel like it's a really fun trend. I've seen other girls wearing ones with like hearts all over it, which maybe would be a little bit more girly for me, but I am excited for this trend because I feel like it's a little bit more niche, but I do think you're going to be seeing a lot of these kind of fleece pattern jackets. Definitely keep your eye out at the vintage thrift stores around you because I feel like you don't need to pay a lot of money for these, but I feel like it's a really cute and cozy vibe for the fall and winter, so I feel like you're going to be seeing those a lot this year. Okay, so this is the last trend that I'm predicting, and that is mixing in tailored pieces into streetwear outfits. So to get more specific, usually streetwear outfits are very comfortable with hoodies, sweatpants, very much a relaxed vibe, which I always feel like is going to be the core essence of streetwear. But I do think it's evolving where you're going to be seeing a lot of kind of mix of comfort meets tailored pieces. So what would that actually look like? For me personally, I love to layer like a hoodie with a blazer over top, mixing kind of more of a tailored piece with a comfy piece. It's kind of this like middle ground between it being comfortable but still elevated. So kind of seeing these two worlds come together, and I feel like it's just pushing the streetwear space forward more, and it's always going to be evolving and looking a little different. So I'm excited because I feel like it gives me the chance to play with pieces that maybe I wouldn't have normally wore because I thought they were too preppy or not completely streetwear. Another example of how this could look, I personally love satin corsets. Those are also going to be a huge trend. I feel like they already have been, but satin corset with a cargo pant and sneaker, that is more of a tailored, elevated, feminine look, but mixing it into a cargo pant and comfy accessories like a sneaker, or even layering a puffer jacket over that, kind of fuses together the two worlds of this more tailored vibe and the streetwear vibe. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed me kind of walking through these trend predictions for this year. I'm really interested to see what really comes out, what becomes the trends. I really feel like these ones are going to be huge this year. Leave in the comments below which trend out of these ones that I've listed off you are excited for or also think are going to be a huge trend for this year, or if there's any trends you think are going to be big this year in the streetwear space. I would love to hear them. But if you enjoyed watching, give this video a thumbs up, and I will be sure to see you guys next week for another fashion video. Bye guys.